I want to say God's grace always around us, especially with this project. He's always available with us. But with this project, it's clear, show us clear, His hand available. With all the help, with all the material, with all the pray from the friend, from all the people around us. This is a big deal.
When we met and when we got married, shortly after that I learned that when Salah entered this country, he had used a small amount of money that he had saved most of his life, brought with him, and he had bought a piece of property that had a house that needed a lot of work without any awareness of building codes or regulations, but with his skill set, felt confident that he could fix this house up. Well, soon after he began that process, because we do have building regulations and codes, there were stop work orders placed on that building structure. So he had stopped that project for 1 or 2 years before we started our marriage. So when we started to build our relationship and started to build the foundation of our relationship, he shared with me that he had a piece of property that he had not even visited in a year or two. And so I encouraged him to, let's go look at it. We go to look at it together, and it does need a lot of work, but I just felt in my spirit like it was important to come alongside him in this rebuilding. And I just began to see the symbolism in our lives being rebuilt together, and then also just the restoration that was happening in his life and in my life as well.
I think one thing that this house has taught us is that God cares about the details. I believe that God has used it to teach us more about prayer. Every step of the way, we didn't have an answer for what we needed. And Salah and I would just come together and talk about what the next step is, talk about what we needed, and then we would pray and ask God for help. Often that answer came through people. He would use people to help us accomplish what he had given us to do. The really special thing is that he would send people who had the very skill that we're looking for. If it were, a couple of my dad's friends who had just finished building a porch and now they're looking for something to do and we need a porch built, and they've already practiced that skill and already know how to do what we're needing. Painting, God provided people that were friends that we had in our nation's community that had experience with painting and would even come and bring their own supplies and bring their own tools. Really every detail, even if it was just some extra hands on a day that we're needing to put insulation in the attic. We had a couple of our friends that are from Sudan that because of the coronavirus, they were out of work and offered to come help. So I would say that we have grown in our awareness and our knowledge of knowing God as a provider. By the way, we've seen him provide the things that we've needed to, I can't say complete this task because it's still something we're working on, but He's got us to this point, and we've seen his provision get us this far, and he has been faithful.
Our vision, we want do this house for people, not for us. It's big house, not big, but has space enough for people. We like people visit us, we like people stay with us, we like do pray, we like do celebration, anything for people in our house. We want to share this house.